to avoid weekend. What do we call
Pricing.
the wedding crashers?
Because
It's a Saturday.
I know everybody's available.
At the end of the day, I'm still Kenyan. My family is still Kenyan. Unafanya nini? Unakumbuka Jerry Wafashia? She's getting married. Let's go. We used to carry her when she was this high. I said, no.
That was another tradition I had to have. That one I am being sung for. That's why I lived in my parents' house until they came and got me my parents' house and lay out the lesos. I wanted the whole tradition. Niaka hizo leso. Put them. Hi everyone, welcome to another episode of Majuu Diaries. My name is Warimo.
And my name is Njeri. Once again, Aki, thank you so much for coming back. And tumefika episode 10. We're in double digits, guys. Double digits. Can you respect us? Can you respect the consistency?
Absolutely. 10 episodes.
10. And guys, for those who are new, karibuni sana. We got an influx of subscribers and followers last week because one of our Majuu mates shared on her platform, asanteni sana, karibuni. And if you haven't done the thing, do the thing, okay?
We talked about it last episode. We're not going to be talking about it anymore. We just said do the thing.
Do the thing, okay?
Yes.
Again, a fun conversation we have set aside for you today. And it is going to be about our weddings. The way we did things here. We're in the USA, so there are some traditions that were not done, why we did things the way we did. I married an African American, so things were kidogo different, just kidogo too. And so we're just gonna kick it off, okay? And so Warimo,
yes,
you married a Kenyan man by association. Is it okay to say that? He's Kenyan by association.
He's Kenyan by birth. He's American by culture, by being raised. He was raised by America for sure.
Okay. Sorry, I thought he was born here, but
no, he was actually born in Kenya. They moved here when he was 3 years old. So from 3 to now.
Okay.
So literally almost his life. As I said, America has raised him.
Makes sense.
Like he came here speaking Swahili and he just disappeared. Yeah.
Wow, that's my story. My mother taught me Kikuyu, but now can I speak it because of the English? Anyways, we digress. We're talking about your wedding.
Our wedding.
So what are the things that you saw you did differently, especially now that you're both in America?
Yeah.
Were you able to do anything back home? What did the process look like? Like komenyamoshie, did your family have to fly? Fly in? Yeah. Hey, I was going to say fly. Hey! I panicked. I was like, wait, fly? The tongue is heavy. My fellow Kikuyu people, we understand. But yeah, did family have to fly in? Were there Zoom calls? What did it look like? Walk us through.
Oh my goodness. It was chaos.
Yeah.
It was chaos because it was during COVID.
You're a COVID wedding.
I am a COVID wedding and it was beautiful, but it was disastrous.
Okay.
So of course we had planned for all of that when we got engaged November 2019.
Yeah.
That time we were making all the plans. We are gonna get married in June 2020, and then in December we are gonna go to Kenya. We had it all planned, but of course, this is actually getting me really triggered to remember what we went through that time. But one of the things I knew that I wanted to do was have dowry.
Yes,
that was a non-negotiable for me. Only because I liked the tradition. I'd like kind of still ascribe to it. But what I wasn't going to do or agree to is any form of like extortion or anything like that.
Okay.
You know how nowadays, like some places in Kenya, like dowry is, some people use it as a way of getting money, you know? So me, I was just like, no, it's gonna be easy, simple.
Yeah.
Plus, also, I felt like there's so many traditional things that happen during that time.
Yeah.
That to me are some kind of unnecessary. You know, like how you were saying, did you do like komanyamoshe or whatever?
Yeah.
So there's, correct me if I'm wrong, but I know in the Kikuyu tradition, you have the guy first comes and introduces himself.
Yeah, with his friends.
Yeah. And then he comes with, they tell him, okay, come with
Your
elders.
uncle, yeah.
So then he comes with his elders, usually for, if, I don't know, another introduction or whatever. And that's when they do the kohadai. They get like, they plant kohadai. They get like, we are putting a deposit that we know.
Down payment. Kama nyumba.
And then now that's when they're given the dowry.
Yeah.
It was just too many things.
Yeah.
I was like, let's combine everything into one. So us guys, we only did one event.
Okay.
Which was both like a combination of all those. So we just did
5 in 1.
Exactly.
Okay.
5 in 1. Yeah.
So now my question is, you said you wanted to control the rorasho in the aspect of you didn't want him to be extorted.
Yeah.
So how did you make sure that happened? Because especially like in our community, women are only seen, not heard. So how did you come, Miss Lastborn? See any Lastborn? Ukasema, in fact, you're not going to disturb my man and his family. It's gonna go like this.
Like this, like that, and
like
the way you
that.
want it. One, I'm going to say, thankfully, we are all surrounded by people who are they are good up here. We don't have those like
they are good up here. That's a Kenyan talking.
Both his family and my family and our friends.
Yeah.
There wasn't anybody that had that kind of mentality. Nobody.
Yeah.
Maybe if this thing was done in Shags and they knew people from America coming to give Rush, it would have been probably different.
Would have been a problem.
That's why I made sure it is done here. So the people who attend here,
Wisdom.
that's the number one thing.
Wisdom.
I was like, we're gonna do Rurasho here because the people who can attend. One, I don't have I don't have a lot of my family here.
Yeah.
So my dad actually had to reach out to some of his friends, not even too many. So I controlled that aspect, but I also had honest conversations with my mom, and I told her I need you to be on my side too. So I was like, can you tell me, what you're planning to ask for? Of course, she couldn't give me that, but she did let me know.
Just like the list of
culture,
the list of things Nani's supposed to bring.
No, I'm not supposed to be given that. Like, I'm not even supposed to be asking for it. It's none of my business.
Okay.
But I was like, I just told her, like, I really hope that, like, my husband, we are building, we don't have that much money. Like, be gentle. Like, I said, be gentle. And that's a conversation I had with my mom, and she was on my side. She agreed.
Okay.
And again, at the end of the day, it wasn't going to be extortion from anybody. Nobody was coming with that mindset. It was just two families, let's just have a little cultural thing together. Okay. And then just also the understanding that you never ever finish to pay dowry. So whatever amount he was told to pay that day, we never paid it all. Like, you never finish. So after 3 years, when we were able to go back to Kenya, we went and took something else.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, we had another. It wasn't a Rurasho. We made sure it's not a Rurasho because we have done ours. Yeah. We just wanted to like have a Thanksgiving thing and just bring everybody together, since nobody could come. Nobody could come to America. Thanks to COVID. Even the ones who had visas couldn't come.
Aki, that's so sad.
Because there was no flights flying, Yeah. So at least we're able to go like take a cake to them and just have a good time and of course give something to my parents.
Okay, that's nice.
What about you? Did you?
Well,
I know you are marrying someone who is here who dowry is not something that is done.
Kwanzaa here in America, it's the girl's family who pay for the wedding.
I know.
And when I heard that, I said, excuse you? Excusez-moi? I am the prize. Why am I? Why am I and my family going to pay for this wedding? So that was something that had to be discussed. Thankfully, my in-laws were open to hearing what we had to say, because already they knew this girl is from Kenya. This is African traditions in their head, African traditions. Oh, nini. And I like to scare my husband. I told him, you have to slaughter a goat for me.
I didn't tell him you have to kill a lion. They told him that.
That one is scary. No. No, that one is scary. So I used to tell him, you have to slaughter a goat. You have to slaughter a goat.
Oh, wow.
But anyway, that's me. I just like playing pranks on people. So yeah, we actually had a meeting with his parents and my parents. We had dinner and my parents explained to them the tradition of how we do komenya mushe, rorashio, what is brought, how his dad needs to come with his people, such things. So we did have that conversation. Now, it's funny how you said your mom didn't tell you what he needs to bring, like the gift. Now, me, I was told because, again, circumstances, hawajui. So somebody needs to tell them.
Yeah.
So in that scenario, I was given a list by my mom to share with him. I'm like, hiya, here. You need to buy sufurias, tanks, blankets, pants, honey.
Honey.
Yes.
Oh my God.
It was a list. It was a list. And I was like, wow. Even him is wondering, where is this all going? I'm like, don't worry. You just... Now, unfortunately, the month we planned to do the Rora show, we lost his dad. So it didn't happen. It still hasn't happened. But we do plan to do it in the coming years. Like you said, Rora show is something that you continuously pay. We haven't paid, or rather, he hasn't paid yet.
But now you're going together. So now...
Exactly.
Yeah, he still has to.
So that's something we're planning for the near future. We hope to do it in Kenya with the majority of my family. And also, hopefully, his family are able to come with us to get that Kenyan experience, take them to the Masai Mara so they can see lions and wildebeests walking around.
Where they actually exist.
Where they actually exist. So, our story for Rorasho, I'm sorry, it's not as long and as interesting, but that is where we were.
But that's good. And at the end of the day, it's those conversations because you have to understand two cultures coming together. You have to have understanding. Like if you don't sit down and understand, you come with what you expect, we come with what we expect, and then we create our own culture. And that's one thing I always say about whatever marriage you are in, you guys have to create your own culture. It doesn't matter where you're coming from, create your own culture, and it kind of starts there. But one thing else that happened after the show, whatever they got, my mom gave me some of that, like towards our wedding.
Oh, that's so nice.
Yeah,
that is
I've
so
heard that
thoughtful.
happen several times.
Oh, that is so beautiful. I'm not going to cry
because she was like, "This is your money, ni pesa yenu."
Okay, that's beautiful.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
But then also, and then when you mentioned that you were given the list, one of the reasons why, like, if everybody is Kenyan, because even when my husband was coming to pay that, it wasn't really him, because even him himself, he's not in a negotiating room. He has his elders, so those are the ones who were given all that information. But him, even I don't even think he knows. All he had to do was come looking good and present himself and pick the right girl.
By the way,
we did that, but I have videos about that day. But the way my dress was extra. I had a long train, so there was no way I would just like be tied completely with a
Let me tell you.
But the other girls were tied. They were walifungwa. They were
Guy, no, it's funny you say that. My cousin's wedding, she had a big train. It was she married a Ghanaian, and so I don't know if you've ever seen the Ghanaian dresses, the traditional dresses. They are heavy, like blanketies. Like I was like, "Hi, how are you carrying this dress?" Because it was heavy. And so now, ile time ya kufunika, we got a hairband. We pulled her. Here's the mic. We pulled her train up, all of it. We fungad a kamba around it, and then now we funikad her with like 4 different lassos. See this man sweating. And now all her friends are the same size. I wasn't funikwad. I had to hold her lassos from falling. Anyway. Hey. So let me ask you, can I put you on the spot?
Please do.
Did you have a code with your husband?
Of course. But even without that, it was so obvious. Even when I was standing,
and then you're tall.
Of course, I was taller. Me, I was like, no one is embarrassing my husband in front of me. Nobody. I'm gonna protect this man. I don't care. Like, So, but if you look at the pictures, I hopefully we'll be able to retrieve those pictures and share some here. But the way I was looking, you could tell this is the one. My hair was like, and then the way they were all the other girls were wrapped, and they were not even my size. They were not.
See now, that one was a dead giveaway.
It was, and then because we didn't have much room or much time because we're doing it in our home.
Yeah.
We just did whatever we could, and then we're not able to hold my train, so the lasso. And then
you just exposed.
You can see the material of this. You know how you wear matching materials. You can see.
You can see. This one matches my shirt. I think it's this one. The probability.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, we tried. I just for me, it was just enjoying that part of culture, but doing it in a way that doesn't make people feel like anybody's being extorted or anything like that. It was fun.
That's
we
good.
Had fun.
That's good. Now white wedding.
Hey,
how many people did you have since you said it was a COVID wedding? And then also bring into the aspect of, you know how weddings are a community event. Given that, you know, both of you, your families are Kenyan communities. Did they contribute? Ama ni zile za kwa America, things are tight, it's COVID, people have lost their jobs, people have lost their loved ones. What did that look like? How did your community look like at that time?
Oh my goodness, that's what I'm saying. It was crazy because by the time we had started planning our wedding, it was like a tradition that used to be there in the like, let's say for example the past 6 years ago. It was very common. If someone is getting married in the church, we all contribute. Like it used to be a certain amount. People used to really help because weddings in America are expensive. A regular wedding will cost you no less than 20K. Nothing
just
less
a normal, nothing crazy.
Just
a normal one.
Just the very simple bare minimum wedding. So of course I don't have 20K. He doesn't have 20K. So we were gonna do we actually had a pre-wedding date scheduled. I remember it was scheduled for March 28th, 2020. We're gonna have a pre-wedding and just have people come and maybe just help raise a little bit of money because our wedding was gonna be open. Because you know who my father-in-law is. It was gonna be open, and I mean, the introvert I am. I was not for the idea because, again, I'm very introverted. I would rather have 100 people than have 1,000 people, which is what it was looking like it was going to be. So I always say COVID came to help me.
Not COVID came to help you. Wow. Thanks, COVID. Sponsored by COVID.
Wow, let me tell you, so we had to pivot so many times during that wedding planning. So now we can't have a pre-wedding. Okay, what's the next plan? Yes, now they're saying you can't have more than 50 people. So you can have more than 10 people. And the rules just kept changing and changing. Nobody knew, you know? Oh my goodness. So we had already started having people, because the kind of rule of thumb is if people contribute to your wedding, they're definitely invited.
Of course.
For sure. And we didn't have any problem with that. But now we can only have 50 people, like, okay.
And 100 have contributed.
Exactly. So where are we taking these others, you know? So then we're like, okay, what if we find a room big enough to social distance everybody? Oh my goodness, it was stressful. I'm saying I'm getting triggered because that time, by the time the wedding day was getting here, Jerry, you know how people get to rest, just be a bride? I never got that. I never got to just be a bride because literally 3 weeks before the wedding, we were still trying to finalize or look for like a final venue.
3 weeks. Venue.
Because our internet venue, of course, everything had been shut down the entire time of COVID. So so this is March. We're supposed to get married in June. Then there's the option, let's move the wedding to September. Let's move it to October. And I'm like, COVID is not going anywhere. So
it was getting even worse. The second wave. Omicron.
Second wave. Do what? Exactly. So me, I'm like, no matter what, I told my husband, no matter what, June, I'm getting married. Because this thing of living away from me, I'm not doing that anymore. However, we have to get married, let's do that. But then now there's the other side of like, okay, we have all these people who've contributed. They still need to have a... So what became our saving grace? The event center we wanted to have our wedding. they decided to, because again, that entire season, people had cancelled their weddings. So they hadn't had any event all the way from March all the way till our wedding on June 27th. They hadn't had any wedding. So they were like, exactly.
Yes.
They were like, you know what, I'll give you the biggest room. And the biggest room has a capacity of 1,000. Yes.
Ni kubwa.
Ni kubwa. It's really big.
Yeah.
They're like, we'll give you the biggest room, but our guest list was like about 200.
Okay.
So those are the people who, and then by that time June, it's kind of like, you know, it could come in but people are kind of
it's the summer,
you know. People have been indoors the entire time. People want to be out. People just want to be out. So people came.
Okay.
Most of the people who were supposed to come from out of town didn't come. Guy, I'm just remembering so many things. The person who was supposed to officiate our wedding, they were driving. They actually had just gotten here to Dallas, but before they got to Dallas, they were told the wife had gotten into contact with someone, like, because she's a nurse. She was told I think she had gotten into contact with someone who had COVID, so they had to go back and quarantine. So that was on Thursday, and our wedding is on Saturday. So on Friday, we had to find a new minister.
Wow.
It was chaos. Wow. But we made it. We made it. Again, we made it. Ni Mungu. It was God. My girls kept me going.
Yes.
The guys were on, like, you know, my husband's the best, you know, groomsmen. They were hype on another level because they knew the stress was really wearing us down. So, but we made it. What was the question?
I think I asked how you did your white wedding. How did your community contribute?
So again, for the contributions, yes, we did go the route of contributions. If I was to do a wedding, if I was to repeat the wedding again, I think at this time, because of the whole, you know, it's really frowned upon in our community nowadays, like fundraising for a wedding.
Really?
A lot of people, nowadays, nobody wants to do that. Everybody wants to pay out of pocket. I think people, and you have to really have been in our community for you to see what happened, because people got so exhausted, wedding after wedding, because there was and I mean, I'm address this. People are contributing for weddings. People are it used to be $200. It was $200 for singles, and then $350 for couples.
Wait, what do you mean?
That used to be like the
pause.
standard.
Hold on, we need a discussion
in the community.
So you hold a fundraiser. You say, okay.
That was even before the fundraiser. There used to be a committee. So you find, like, people in the church. You come together. You're the committee. So if you're a member of the committee, and maybe you find, say, 50 friends or whoever. So out of those, if you're a couple, they pay $350. If you're single, you remove $200. And then on top of that, you do now the fundraiser
with no husband or boyfriend. And then
Kwanza, there was a year, our church, we had like almost 5 weddings, and we removed all of them. And at that time, let me say, it was fun. What became frowned upon in the community was people would now have these extravagant fundraisers. People would raise money, over 40K raised in one event. People would raise money, and then what they would do? They would go do the wedding in Kenya. That happened so many times. People got really upset, like, we contribute all this money for you
to have,
and then to go and have a wedding in Kenya.
And then you go and see them vacation in the Maldives.
We did that, and you can't even give us the wedding. And that, I think, for me, that was just, people got tired of seeing that. And then people contribute so much, they've gone and bought a home. So we are actually paying
down payment guys. You paid for wedding, honeymoon, na down payment. Ya nyumba. Umetry.
People got tired of that. People really got tired of that. And I can understand, because even me, I was like, if someone else tells me to contribute their wedding, and I see them doing it in Kenya and not, it's upsetting. So I think people became, after COVID, I have not seen anybody do a fundraiser for their wedding. They'll do either just like a little, hey friends, we're having a wedding, if you wish to. You can, it can help
now
us.
Now that for me in my head is a fundraiser. It does not at an event.
It used to be a whole event. People come and auction things.
At the auction?
Yes, Jerry, it was an auction. We were about to do that. Ours was about to be that. It was called a pre-wedding event. People come. We have sometimes. I mean, that was the order of the day in the community. That's what worked.
You know, I'm hearing you talk, and I truly appreciate that. We are the ones doing Majuu, because your experience as a Kenyan in America and mine
very different.
Shoo! tuko hivi parallel, we never meet. We only meet here. I'm hearing you, I'm like, what?
Yeah, that's what used to happen. People got tired, honestly.
Even me, I would
People
be
got
tired. Me, by the first wedding, you're telling me to contribute $200. Unless you're my friend, that's the only time I would contribute. But anything beyond that, unless Mungu ameniambia in my deep sleep, Jerry, please contribute.
Yeah.
Hey, okay.
Yeah, that's why a lot of nowadays people getting married, they either do something very small that they can pay out of pocket for, or put your wedding a year away and just save up.
Hey.
Yeah, and it's unfortunate that it got to that. I'm glad. I'm glad for the people that came through for us, because again, who are gonna have an open wedding here, and so if you're gonna come, and I feel like if it's an open wedding and everybody expects to be fed, I don't see why people shouldn't give something. Because otherwise, if I don't want to host 500 people, if I just
500 is big here in America.
It is very big
and expensive.
That's very
now
expensive.
That I understand 40,000.
And that's the thing. So now the 40K is for catering for those 500 people, because those Kenyans come to weddings. They go. It's like because my best friend, her wedding, she had planned, I think, for 500. The caterer said they served almost 800 plates. They served so many. So wait,
did the caterer anticipate 800 people?
The good thing, that caterer comes with more food than enough.
Okay, that's good.
They have more food than enough.
Abu, we keep that one close whenever we're holding events.
Something funny. My best friend's wedding, I literally copied almost everything.
Ooh.
Everything. I used the same caterer. I used the same event center. Everything.
There you go.
I literally went to the caterer. I told her, open close wedding.
Copy paste.
Literally copy paste everything, because it's an Indian nini. It was just everything. It just worked out.
That's
Why are we reinventing the way? Just copy paste.
It's true. What?
But yeah, man.
Okay.
If you're gonna, I think you were gonna talk about the private, because yours was invite only. How did y'all handle all of that? How was that process for you?
So first of all, my wedding was on a Thursday.
Okay.
I am trying to cut all the costs. Number one, and it's cheaper. Number two, to avoid weekend. What do we call the wedding crashers? Because it's a Saturday.
I know, everybody's available.
At the end of the day, I'm still Kenyan. My family is still Kenyan. Unafanya nini? Unakumbuka Jerry wa Fashia? She's getting married. Let's go. We used to carry her when she was this high. I said, no. So my wedding one was on a Thursday. Yes, it was invite only. But it wasn't strict, you'll be stopped at the door. What is your name? We didn't do that. It was just...
honor system.
It was an honor system. And then again, it's a Thursday.
I know.
I would do it again. Honestly, weddings on a Thursday, it's a plot, because hear me out. You take the day off on Thursday, Friday. So, Thursday night, so kodunda. Happy, inaitwa? Post, what is it called?
The after party.
After party. After party inaisha sijui 3-4 o'clock. You sleep through
3
Friday.
4 o'clock.
That's why you are not. If you are my friend back then, you would have known, because we left the after party at 2. They closed at 2 that day.
Mulifunga na wao.
Yes.
2 p.m. nilikuwa nangorota.
2 a.m. We were partying. Wow. We were married. We must celebrate.
You should have been doing married people business.
We saved that for the honeymoon now. Nikewe. Hey. But anyway, to go back to the story. Hey, so the aspect of community chipping in to pay for the wedding. That's not a thing they do.
Okay.
Let me speak for our experience. If your significant other family chipped in, that's great. But for our wedding, it's not a tradition that they were accustomed to.
Okay.
And then also factoring in, they just lost their father.
Yeah.
So we're not going to come and say, oh, you know what, 1, 2, 3, you still need to pay, you still need to contribute. No, we were very understanding. Again, because the wedding was on a Thursday, it really cut down so much.
Yeah.
I think our wedding didn't cost more than 15K. I
wow.
highly doubt it.
That's
We had
good.
around 150, and I don't even think 150 fika, maybe 120, 130. It
That's
was still a
good.
good number.
Yeah.
So there was that. But now, thankfully, my mom in love, she's a career event planner as well.
Okay.
So she decorated the whole venue for free. So I didn't have to worry about decor. Then also she really helped out her and the rest of his family. Like they helped out with like ushering, with they were the gosh, I don't know if it's nice to say this. They were the helpers. Let me say that. They were helping.
Okay, they were helping.
Yeah, I didn't want to say KYMs because I feel
yeah.
like that's very chini. But they were helping us. Like if we needed somebody.
Coordinating and everything.
Yes, that's the word, coordinators, because I had a few friends who ushered as well. So they really helped on the actual day of. So that's where they contributed. Now me, I'm that person I hate asking for money. And I don't know if it's because it's a firstborn tendency or just me as a person. I'm like, if I don't have the money, I can't afford it. I'm not doing it. Because by the we were going to do a wedding in somewhere in I don't even know where it's called. It was even out of Dallas, beyond.
Go the farthest you
can. You go where you can find a reception area for $800. So my mom sat me down. She said, Jerry, listen, just because you have not asked for help, it is not going to stop people to ask you for help when their time comes.
Yeah.
And that sat with me because najifanya makmende, I'm having pride issues to ask for help. These people will text us, hey, our wedding is this time. Please,
can you give this?
Can you please contribute? And then I'm like, I didn't ask. Okay, you didn't ask, so we didn't give. So how are we to know?
Yeah.
So that was a mentality I definitely had to go overcome. And I was like, okay. So I formulated a small WhatsApp group of my African friends. I said, hi guys, this is the wedding. These are the things we need. Thank you, bye. You look good. And then also my parents also had a committee on their end. And thankfully, people contributed. Thank you so much, guys. I don't know how many of them are actually watching, but asanteni sana. It really helped us in the long run.
Whoever sees this, thank you.
Yes, asanteni sana. And I was very surprised with how my friends came through. But then again, they're Africans.
Yeah.
So it's a easy thing. Now on his end, when I asked him to do the same thing, it's just not a thing they do.
Yeah.
At first I was very offended. I was like, why wouldn't they come and support you? Why wouldn't they? I mean, they'll come, yes, but why wouldn't they financially support you?
Yeah, it's a foreign concept to them.
And it is what it is.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
Oh, God.
They came. We had a good time. Like I said, part of his family showed up on the day with coordination, decoration, what.
Yeah.
So that aspect, it worked. It was different. It was uncomfortable, but it worked. And I really didn't want to be a bride who was stressed on her wedding day. I refused. I've seen it happen to people. It's my day. It's our day, but deep down it's my day. Deep down is my day. So I am thankful for the community that came through wholeheartedly. Now, story invite only. Not only did I say invite only, I said no children. I said no children.
How did people take that?
They did not take it well. They did not take it well. Understandably so.
What were some of the comments you got from it?
So, in regards to what they said, so I need to explain a story here. My husband has nephews and nieces from his sister. Now, his sister's children. So those are his nephews and
we
nieces.
Understand,
Sorry,
yes.
I felt like the way I said that, it was just... Anyway, and they're toddlers. They're like 3 and 4 and below. So I know those are not children who are going to sit still for a whole day and stay quiet. And then also just in general, I didn't want kids at my wedding. I just wanted it to be kids free, so that if I end up twerking in the middle of the ceremony, there's no one getting. Okay, of course people will get offended, but it's my day.
At least not the children.
Exactly. Anyway, so we had to compromise there. But unfortunately, the sister wasn't able to make it to the wedding. Again, America is hard when you get PTO, stories like that. And the wedding was on a Thursday. So, hey, it did not work as it didn't work out in her favor, unfortunately. But I did extend the invite to her and her children's. For the other people, they just found babysitters.
Yeah.
And that's that. And my mother told me, you don't have kids, so you don't understand. It's true, I don't understand, and
rightfully so.
It's what I want. If I had a kid, maybe if I had a kid, I'd be like, yes, children are welcome, but I don't. So I don't want them there. So there was that. For the food aspect, now that's where let me talk about how we incorporated the Black community into the wedding. We did jumping the broom. Now those are things I see on TV.
You've definitely watched Jumping the Broom at this point.
One of his great aunties asked, do you want a broom? I asked her, for what? For what? I know how to clean my house. She's like, no, for the wedding. I'm still not knitting. I'm like for cleaning? She's like, no, to jump the broom. And I was still like...
Oh, that time you didn't know what jumping the broom was? Or
No, not... I mean, I've heard of it, but I didn't really associate it to the wedding. So I was like, okay. Then now my husband sat me down and said, no, it's for 1, 2, 3. It's a tradition we do. If you want to, ni sawa. So I was like, okay, why not?
Why not, yeah.
And so we jumped the broom. I'll show a picture here. Now, I'm still confused on what to do with this broom post-marriage. Because it's a broom. It's a proper broom. Like...
Oh, you take it home with you?
Yes, we take it home with you. It has a picture in the front and some flowers in the back. You'll see it. I don't know what to do with the broom.
You give it to your children to use on their nini.
What if they don't want?
Well, if they don't want, then you just keep... I don't know.
It's a broom. So it's a tradition I don't understand. It is something we did. It's just I don't know how... Guys, and I'm telling you, it's a broom. I wish it was like a kifagio like this size. No. It
was that big.
It's a broom. You are not listening. But ni sawa. It's in the house. Because I'm like, now do I put it on a wall?
I don't know.
How?
Just keep
Anyway, please guys, put your suggestions on how to decorate the house with the broom. Because even me, I don't know up to date.
Let us know, by the way, if you have married someone of the African American, did you do jumping the broom?
Yeah.
If you did, where is your broom?
Where is your broom? What have you done with your broom? Tell me.
Let us know.
Oh gosh.
So you said the food.
Yes.
What about the food?
The food, it was actually barbecue. We're in Texas. That's what we're known for.
Yeah.
So why not? And Kenyans love meat. It was a win-win. We got our catering from, I don't remember their names. But yes, we did barbecue to like make their family feel welcome. Initially, I wanted Indian, but I understand that they don't do spices like that. Their palates are kidogo different. But yeah, that's what we did. A tradition we didn't do at the wedding is, you know how the bride is called anapewa kiondo, anapewa leso, anapewa ile inaitwa
gitaulu. Kazi ya mwanamke.
My mother refused. She said no.
So good.
My mother is mad.
Poleni, you guys. Today Theo is saying I am the 4th member of this podcast.
Background vocalist.
Kabisa.
Na nalipwa. Yeah, so my mom said no. Even
what reason did she give?
She said my daughter is not a slave. Just like that. I
love that.
And I said it is true. I'm not a slave.
Because that tradition, by the way, like it just imprints the woman. This is the woman's job and not anyone else's job. And when you're building a home, again, I will go to court for this one. When you're building a home, it's both of you. It's not just because you're literally imprinting that it's just for the woman.
Yeah, exactly. So thank you, mom. I love you. Let's see, what else did we do? Now, something interesting we had to do. I had to split my family to represent his side. So you know how when you're being picked up as a bride, his family needs to come, they sing for you.
You were sung for.
Yes, I was
that
sung
was another
for.
tradition I had to have. That one I am being sung for. That's why I lived in my parents' house until they came and got me my parents' house and lay out the lessons. I wanted the whole tradition. Niaka is a leso. Them.
Yes, but the lessons were required from the door handy to the car.
But now you said part of your family went so that they can help. Okay.
Yes. So now the family was split. Like, okay, now okay, you sing for his side.
For his side,
yeah. So now, because his family is very small, and then again it's a Thursday wedding, not too many people could show up. Maybe one person showed up on his, I don't remember, it's been a minute, but they came, they sang for me, we danced to the car. But we also did something else. I don't even know if this, yes, so after photo session, you do the singing of welcoming the bride. So now, because we didn't have an official handoff, we sang. We were sung for, but now mid singing we did a pause, and literally I was handed over to the family, like mkono ikaletwa nikapeanwa, like, okay, now she's your daughter, she's in your care. Tukaomba, tukafanya alililili.
That part makes me cry.
I didn't cry. I was just like, yay, we're here.
I did cry for myself, but it makes me cry for other brides, because I feel like she's like my other friend, Essie, who just got married. Like, I cried that when they came to pick her up.
Yes.
Even my sister. I'm like, I feel like I'm losing you. I know it's a good thing, but I'm like, don't go.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, no, you were handed over.
I was handed over officially, and then they continued singing us in, and then now we did an opening dance.
Oh, the opening dance.
We danced.
Jerry.
And my husband, actually, he dances as well. So it was great. It was fun.
Amazing.
It was amazing. Fun.
At the end of the day, you were relaxed and you had fun.
Oh, yeah.
You were
By the
present.
Way, if there are two occasions I've made sure I've had a good time. My wedding and my 30th birthday.
Yeah.
This life you live once.
You do.
I would hate to say I hated my wedding because of 1, 2, 3.
Oh my goodness. I
At all
that
money.
point I envy you, because honestly for me, like, I was still, because again, and I blame it on COVID. I'm a planner.
Yeah.
My goal was by a week to the wedding, I'm not doing anything planning wise.
Yeah.
That was my goal, because I'm the planner. But COVID could not let me, because again, everything kept moving and changing and changing.
It's okay. Continue.
Okay. God, this child. Okay. I love you, baby, but please be quiet. Anyway, everything kept moving and moving. I wasn't relaxed on my wedding day. I really tried. I had to intentionally keep telling myself, relax, just relax. And everything was just,
it's okay.
My goodness.
So, are you going to do a renewal vow thing?
Most definitely. At about 10 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
Would you do something big? Something intimate?
I think I want to do, if you ask me, I'll do something
all
intimate.
Of 10 people.
If you ask my husband, he's going to do, let's invite the entire community.
Yeah.
But, for me, I think I would, again, at this point, maybe just compromising. Because even him, I think he's also become a little bit, he's grown. I'm a chill. Yeah. But as long as my family is there, and the few friends I have, because I really don't have that many friends, then, just something small, intimate, I get to be the bride I never really got to be. Yeah, because like I remember when we got to the wedding reception, I had no idea how it looks like, again, because everything was just
last minute.
I had no idea. Then I know we had paid for the up lights, because that event center looks amazing when like the lights are turned off and then the up lights are on. I get in and all the lights are on, killing the mood, the vibe. Nani, it just looked horrible. I refused to get in. I was like, why? Like, you can see, if you could see the video, I was like, why are the lights on? I'm asking me, why are the lights on? Can you turn them off? And then they said it's because of the videography. And I'm just like, oh, my goodness. I was so like...
Okay.
But yeah, I never really got to rest as much as I wanted
I'm
to.
sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
But it's okay.
Yeah.
The most important thing, and then the notion that I'm not going for a honeymoon.
I forgot.
We couldn't go anywhere. We're planning to go to Hawaii.
Yo.
We could not go anywhere. Jerry, I got married on Saturday.
Yes.
Tuesday, nilikuwa job. At least I got Monday off.
You didn't even at least drive down to Austin?
No. COVID, where are we going?
That's true.
So we actually just went to a hotel in downtown, spent the weekend there. Monday tukaanza saa, because now you have your new apartment.
Yes.
We had to go shop because now the apartment has nothing. All the gifts that came from the wedding, had to unbox them and nini them, and at least now start cooking for my family.
Wow.
Monday ilikuwa sa errands, Sam's Clubs, Juapi, Home Depot, all the things that we needed in the house, setting up.
Kai, please, have you gone for your honeymoon at least?
We went for our 1 year anniversary. We went to Cancun and we had the best time ever. And that time was even just so much better because we've gotten to know each other. We are more closer. We have, we are getting to the point that we really like each other's company. Yeah. We had such an amazing time.
That's good.
Year. But COVID did us the thing.
Hey, we do a redo. It sounds like we're going to do a redo at the 10th year.
You're not even, because you're just worried. Are people, is COVID here? Are people going to get out of here with COVID? People have masks on. Like, my bridesmaids are walking down the aisle with masks. The only thing, I said I'm not wearing a mask.
Yeah, I mean, it's your day.
I'm not doing all this makeup and wear a mask. Nikipata COVID nipate.
Wow.
But everybody else, my grooms, imagine, mask.
I mean, it was the time.
It was the time.
It was,
but we made do with what we could. I know I'm complaining, but actually I had a good time. I think everything went really good. Yeah. Just seeing my husband standing there, like, crying at the altar. Like, there's a worship song that was playing, and he just, like, singing there with my parents. He was bawling his eyes out, like, seeing both my mom and my dad walking me down there. There was so many different elements that just literally made my day. My girls showed up and showed out. They were looking so good. So, not to forget my best friend, she was my maid of honor. Yes. She just made it so
You look like you're about to start crying.
I know. Hey! Because I'm about to... Yeah, I know. It was emotional. The parts that were, emotional... The whole thing was just emotional for me because I'm just like... But then I can see the love, the joy. People are just happy. You feel it. People actually out there show. Because I guess I'm the kind of person that really show up. I try to show up for people. Yeah. So... And we do that without expecting people to show up for you. Yeah. So when they actually do, like, you just come and find the ushers are in place. People are running. Someone is running the show for you. There's the coordinator is, like, on top of things. Yeah. I'm like, oh, you're doing that for me. God, thank you. Yeah. So, yeah. At the end of the day, we had fun. We had a good time. We danced. Hey, we danced.
Now let me make you laugh. You were saying you could see your husband. I decided on that day. I said, I'm not wearing my glasses. I'm near sight. I cannot see far. So, I'm walking down the aisle with my parents. I see a figure. I see my husband's figure. I know it's him, but I can't see him. So now I said, okay, now what I will do, as I'm walking down the aisle, I'll just be looking and saying hi to everyone. I'm like, hi, how are you?
Then you're walking down there saying hi to people.
Yes. And then my dad was cracking jokes. He's like, hiya, but then Jerry, are we doing this? Jerry, can you even see? Now, if you see the pictures of me walking down, checker, I can't even cry. My father is making jokes. I'm trying to see who is actually here. Like, hiya, you came. Hi. And then finally, tukafika nini, the altar. Why is he's one of the groomsmen crying? Like, I'm like, get it together. I'm not crying. I don't need to start crying. It was funny. But I think we will wrap up there. Hey, I just wanted to make you laugh. You went in such a somber mode. I was like, why? I don't want her to cry. When you amepaka makeups hapa and she looks so cute.
Nikona makeups.
Kuna makeups. Anyway.
my goodness, no. I think recounting those events of our wedding, I think it just...
Yeah.
First of all, it reminds me, remembering our wedding, it reminds me the vows that I made. It reminds me the commitment, the covenant of marriage, honestly. And sometimes it's good to remember.
It's good.
It's good to remember.
Todo, there are days. Unamwangalia zile za.
I'm like, who in the covenant?
Was I sure?
Okay. Yeah, sometimes it's good to be reminded. But I hope you enjoyed that conversation, honestly.
Yes.
I really did, remembering all those things and hearing Jerry's, story. Please let us know. What was if you got married, if you're a Kenyan and got married in America, what are some of the traditions that you did or did not do? And why did you do or didn't do them?
Yeah.
Are you for ratio or not? If you're an interracial couple, what did you do? Like, are you still for ratio or not? Like, what are you guys doing? I really want to hear.
And how did his family take into your tradition? Because there are some people who are like, no, we're not doing that.
Yeah.
You're like, wow.
Yeah.
Okay. But anyway, guys, you know what time it is?
It's time for...
Oh, sorry. 1, 2, 3.
What is that in sickness?
Wow. Okay.
It's time for
Girl Chat. Hey, Wairimo.
There we go.
Tunaongea juu ya nini leo?
See, tumalizie Love is Blind. We started with
Oh,
Love is Blind.
yes,
Let's wrap it up now. Since the last time I hadn't watched the weddings, and now we have a whole reunion that happened.
That reunion. Let me tell you something.
I'm sorry, it was so underwhelming. I think after watching all the ratchetness of Real Housewives of Atlanta reunion,
That's the problem.
That's the bar I have. That's the bar I have set
This
for
is
reunions.
Netflix, my dear. And you're comparing with Bravo TV.
Why are you starting the show with only 2 people? Why? Go to Bravo, see how they do reunions. Make it toxic.
Wow.
Make it toxic. Bring the most toxic person. Start with them.
Akina Uche.
Let there be. Hey, you should have paid Uche $1 million to be there.
Not $1 million.
We want controversy. We want drama. We want problems.
Amekuja na moto leo. I don't even think I'll talk in this one. Ebu, haya, answer.
I'm done.
Hey, okay. Calm down. Haya, the wedding. Which couple were you surprised of the outcome?
All of them, because honestly, I thought Stacey and Izzy would get married. That's what I thought, because
Ma'am.
I honestly thought she would get over whatever she was.
The one who cannot imagine eating on paper plates.
Maybe I thought something changed between... I don't know. I really wasn't. But let me tell you, I honestly did not think Milton would say yes.
Too.
I did
too.
not. I knew Lydia
surprised.
would say yes, but I did not think Milton
that one
would say yes.
surprised me as well. Yeah, for sure.
But I'm sorry, can we be petty for a minute?
Hi, go. Petty clock starts now. Go.
But why Milton is so tall, but why does he kiss like...
Am I Lydia to answer? Am I?
But why does he kiss with his mouth open? I mean, mouth closed. He goes like this. I'm sorry. I'm done.
I'm trying to even answer that question. I'm like, now, me, I don't even know this man.
But anyway, I'm happy for them.
Yeah.
That was a very, very surprising couple.
And they're getting so much hate. Okay, so here's my thing. Sorry to interrupt.
Go ahead.
I think Milton and Lydia, again, remember people, I'm optimistic. I see the glass half full, 24/7, 366. I know it's 365, but anyway.
That's how optimistic you are.
Yes, that's how. I'm over optimistic. Like, just because they're not your usual couple, people are coming left, right, and center. They're saying Lydia is just, what is it? She's an attention seeker. So she can't, and she's desperate. So the fact that somebody has married her, she can't leave. They're saying Milton is acting out of not disobedience, rebellion from his family, because they were not as excited about this whole process or Lydia. So I'm just like, what's wrong
People
if they're
can
actually
see.
happy?
Yeah.
Like, just because they're
Yeah.
not your conventional couple, given there's an age gap and everything, inakuhusu nini?
Inakuhusu
Like,
nini?
let-
Let them be.
If they've made it to the reunion, it's at least 1 year of marriage.
Absolutely.
If you have made it to 1 year of marriage,
My friend.
yeah,
That's the biggest one.
congratulations.
No, me, I think people should really let them go. And I think people now so aside of Milton, they really hadn't seen, like, he's very mature for
Yeah.
his age, like way beyond. Of course, he has like some utoto there, but I think he's quite mature for his age.
You're saying mature, but he's very psychologically intelligent. Remember when they asked him the question, who did they ask? I don't even think they asked him a question. The question was on Aliyah.
Oh, yeah. And then
about
she
Nini.
said, I'm going to tell you something about my wife. Nini,
Yes.
Nini. Yeah.
And how he shifted it all from Lydia to him to Uche. And then Uche came with receipts. Did you see those receipts?
What receipt?
Ah!
Jerry, when you see this,
I am sorry.
send them to me.
I'm sorry. I'm
What
sorry.
receipts?
Wait, maybe I sent to you
I
on
know
TikTok.
I know he had said that he has receipts at some point.
So
He'll share
he did
after the show.
he did an Instagram story. Zile za ask me anything.
Yeah.
So he was asked about why did he reach out to Milton prior to the wedding, the day of the wedding.
Yeah.
Hey, he showed receipts of how even the week before the wedding they had a video call for Siju like 3 hours, and then they had been texting like.
So it wasn't random.
It wasn't at random the way Milton said. He had receipts. I was just like, Netflix, nimeogopa. They want you to see.
They have to paint someone as a villain and do whatever they can.
And that's why I don't trust everything I see on Netflix now.
No, especially reality shows. Don't trust them. You can't trust anything you see on TV. That's why I'm not quick to put a character like stamp. And that's why, again, in the beginning,
You did for Uche.
That's what I'm saying. Okay, let me say my point. In the beginning, I could see something good in Uche. And then he did something and I was like, no. But then the more you see, the more you start seeing either trends or traits.
Yeah.
But then you realize there's so much also we don't see. There's so much context that we don't have.
Yeah.
Yes, I could say the way he handled this particular situation, he was maybe egotistical or whatever. But does that mean that's who he really is?
Yeah.
They showed us one instance, but with there's so much other context that we really don't have.
Yeah.
Like now when you say that, during the reunion, everybody, Uche was the villain.
Yeah, he was.
But now when you put it into context...
Oh, and then now you see that question of who here talks to Uche, and then they made it look like nobody there talks to Uche.
Yeah.
He puts a group photo. He shares a group photo of who he still hangs out with the group. Nini. So... Netflix.
Also, even the editing is just... Even the way simply the way they did the Uche and Aliyah conversation, they had to end it in a way that makes it look like we can't date anymore.
And he didn't say those lines at that time.
He did not.
So I'm just like, what is the reason?
I really think...
What is the reason? And they need better NDAs because...
They really do.
I don't want to be finding stories outposts. You need a Beyonce NDA. Because Beyonce's NDAs, people say nothing. Even post the project.
Yeah.
They say nothing.
Nothing.
Those are the NDAs that they need. On
This one, there was nothing. This one. But anyway, for me, I think it just was so underwhelming. And I think also the whole story of Chris and Johnny, I'm like, wow, Chris, you are the sweetheart.
Oh, by the way.
Show.
Hey, that one, I feel like that one was karma. I'm sorry.
On Johnny?
Yeah. It was ugly.
It really was. It was ugly, but it is what it is.
It was karma. Karma comes. Wow. When karma comes and...
But let's talk about the glow up of Taylor.
Oh, she was beautiful.
She looked beautiful.
Beautiful.
And even the way she was just talking,
I want that dress.
I'm like, ooh, yes, girl, we see you. Let's go. We see you. It was really good.
Yeah, Taylor was definitely doing the thing.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. Izzy and Stacy at the reunion. I don't know.
What about Stacey's dress? Was just...
I wanted to hate on her dress, then I was like, I'm hating on her because I don't have that body. So nikaacha tu hivyo.
Okay. Okay.
I know it was crisscross, so
it was nice though. It was really nice, but her makeup and her hair,
they did it. She listened.
She looked like a totally different person from even her wedding day.
Yeah,
it looked
for sure
amazing.
I don't know about Izzy and Stacey. I feel like they would how do I say this? I feel like Izzy and Stacey are just FWBs.
Yeah.
Point blank period. Because there's one thing we knew she kept on saying about Izzy's package. That one she let us know. That there was no confusion or secret. But his package, tulikuwa tunajua.
Yeah.
So I think that's their status. I know they're dating other people, but
that's but
they're giving FWB vibes.
They were not gonna make it.
Yeah.
I hope the Netflix money helps a little bit. Okay, that wasn't even being petty. I'm just okay, I'm just saying. I'm like not Uche, like with Izzy, I just hope it jumpstarts him so that money is never gonna be an issue with him.
No comment.
But anyway, Netflix, not like they pay anything much anyway. But
how do you
tell
know?
us.
How do you know?
Because one of the guys that was there before, he actually came out again with the receipts and said they paid, I think, less than 50. I think it was like $14 an hour or something like that while they're shooting.
$14 an hour.
Yeah, one of the guys, he got married, but then they ended up, I think, breaking up. What was his name? I don't even remember. But yeah. It ain't anything much.
Okay. Wow.
But yeah, another season is about to come though.
When? Where?
I think it's for the UK. I saw them advertised talking about it. Anyway, we shall still watch.
All of them. Toxic as they are. To support.
Oh my goodness. But yeah, I think the level of toxic reunion I was expecting didn't happen. So I just had to calm myself down and accept what it is that they're giving. But it was good. Anyway, at least they had one successful couple. I'm pro marriage. If it's a good marriage, I pray that they continue. Waendelee hivyo. And everybody finds love.
Yes, everybody needs love. All right, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in yet to another episode number 10, double digits.
Yeah.
Season iko karibu kuisha, by the way. Iko karibu kuisha.
And we are finishing it strong.
You better
watch out.
We have a surprise for you guys on the way. By the way, we're gonna surprises. But anyway, once again, my name is Njeri.
And my name is Verimo. Thank you so much for watching this episode. Again, please do the thing.
Send us an email. It's like you people have kept quiet all of a sudden in the emails. I don't know what's going on. But here's our email. Okay?
Send us an email. Follow us on our socials. Do the thing. And we will see you guys on the next episode. Bye.
Bye.